sweet gum logs with shiitake mushroom inoculate. We have plugs today, and later in the week we're going to, because of this coronavirus, our sawdust spawn has not arrived, so we'll do the sawdust as an addition to this workshop. So, when I first learned how to do shiitake mushrooms, I was introduced to a company called Field and Forest, and they have a lot of good supplies for getting ready to do this process. It's really quite fun, and it works really well when you have a team. We've done as many as 100 logs in an afternoon, and I was hoping to be able to do that again this year, but we are improvising with the current situation. So we're going to do a couple of logs today on this workshop, and then if you have any questions, you can just send me an email at tpurdue@sweetpeasurbangardens.com, and I'll be happy to answer. So first of all, you have to have a log, and as I was saying, we're using sweet gums today. They are a kind of a nuisance tree. So we have the logs, and we cut one tree locally, and we use some sawhorses to put the logs on to start the process. The other parts you need for inoculating are something to drill the holes with, and there are two types of attachments to, or hole drillers for a angle grinder. So if you have an angle grinder, and these are pretty cheap, I got mine at Harbor Freight for about $40. And these tips are really easy to attach. There's two different sizes for shiitake, depending on the type of plug or type of inoculate that you're working with. So today we're going to work with a South Carolina plug inoculate. The vendor is Mushroom Mountain, Trad Cotter. If you Google him, you'll find a lot of information, good information on growing mushrooms, both commercially and in your backyard. So this is to keep the critters from eating the inoculate out of the log. I did want to show everybody these are the hand sawdust inoculators. This is the thumb inoculator, and I love this one. This is my favorite one. This one you do with your palm. So this is a palm inoculator for sawdust, and we get all of these supplies. I got this open to the tool supply page of Field and Forest's latest catalog. So if you're looking for any of the parts, that's where we get them. We're going to go now to, and the last thing is, after we have done the log, we've got it all finished, and we've put the wax over the holes. We then label the log with just a nail and these nice little aluminum labels that you can also get at Field and Forest. And we write on it the date that we inoculated, the type of tree that we inoculated it into, and also the name of the inoculate. So today we're going to use Shiitake NC Wild, and that is a particular variety that's grown for North Carolina. So we're hopeful that these logs are going to be really productive. The rule of thumb for inoculating in logs is that you can get a pound per log per season for about 5 years. So you hold on to the logs back in a slightly wooded area, on the edge of a wooded area, with nature watering them when it rains, and you can get about that much. You can speed up the amount of mushrooms you get per log by adding extra water to them, sprinkling them, which a lot of commercial growers do. And we have tried that this year, and it's worked beautifully. So we have 500-ish logs, and this season we're going to probably do another 50. So at the end of this video, I'll take you back to what the forest area of the logs look like. All right, next we're going to get my handy worker here to put on his safety goggles and start showing you how to drill the holes.
And then I'm going to do it about...
Okay, so
1, 2, 3...
About 6 inches apart, right? How many did you get?
8.
Okay, yep, see? Okay. We like our mallet in this house. Just get it all the way in, and it's that easy. Then we take the log after we have finished the plugs. And I didn't mention before, but the best device to melt this wax is to get an old crock pot. We had one that the lid was melted, so we used it for this purpose. And we put the little daubers in. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the wax, melted wax. And the daubers are hanging there, and we're now just going to cover the holes with the wax.
We are going to place the log that we just inoculated.
It's not deep in the woods, it's just on the edge of the woods. We have about 500 logs here, and we're gonna start a new pile today. But in general, this is how you would stack them. You want to be able to get your hand in, because the mushrooms will come out all over the log. So you want to have a space to get your hand in, and your head in sometimes when you're way down in the bottom trying to see if there's mushrooms. So this is how you stack them. Oh, look what I just saw. Here's a mushroom, a beautiful Donga Shiitake. We're looking to put this one in its right place right now. We're going to start another pile this week, like I said. We've only got one log today. Where'd you put it, hon? Okay, so it's up here. So this is a pile that's not quite... yeah, see, there's a log that's bit. Here's a log, Mike, that's starting to really decay. See how much it's decayed? And it has just dropped to the ground. So here's plug, another plug. I don't like the plugs as much. They don't seem to come as fast in fruiting as the sawdust. And I think that's one of the criticisms of them.
I ate a mushroom.
Oh, did you?
I hope I don't die.